Hello? Hello? Hey, the installation is in progress. You can see my screen. Can you see the screen? It is asking for user DDIC, the client 000. It is asking for new password for user DDIC. So I'll give inflex. Okay. This is a continuation of the installation for in the installation. Yeah, second user. So it completes the installation. I told you the ABAP users. Yeah. Change ABAP user password. I gave two user passwords, and then it will continue the setup. Okay, database instance has been completed. You can see two folders are created. One is Oracle, the other one is USR. USR is a SAP application folder. Oracle is a database folder. And the USR application folder, you can see SAP folder, and SID folder is created. In the SID, this is the instance folder, this is the admin folder. So in the sys folder, you can see the profile. These are the profiles created during the installation. Yes, profile are the profile contains the information about servers and work process and the other parameters. There are three types of profiles. Hi, Ravi. First one is default profile. Second one is start profile. Third one is instance profile. Hi Ravi, can you see my desktop? Okay, no problem. Just now we completed that installation. I gave just now password for DDIC and SAP Star. Yes, yeah, it went fine. So the SAP profiles you can find in the location USR SAP SID sys profile. Default profile location, start profile location, instance profile location. So let me open default profile. No, No, only active default profile is, you can see, .pfl. Default 1 and default 2 are not the active profile. Default 1 has 0 size. Default 2 is a backup for the active profile. So this default profile contains SAP system name PRD, SAP DB host server, message server host server, gateway host server, and these are the ports that are deployed during the installation. This is the default, and it will not change every time. Default profile contains fixed settings. You can't change it for any customization. Suppose if your message server has been changed, then your host name has to be changed here. But message server cannot be changed directly. If you are changing message server, means it is a upgradation process. So default profile contains all the default parameters. Start profile, you can see server start dv edmgs00 underscore server. In this, you can see the procedure, the start procedure of the SAP system. Just like a booting procedure of an operating system, how you define booting procedure. Similar to that, SAP start procedure will be defined from the start profile. So SAP system name is PRD, instance name is DVEDMGS00, system number is 00, global host is server, and first it will start the database, and after starting the database it will try to contact the message server, and if these two are successful, then it will go to the kernel. From kernel it will start the dispatches. And the instance profile you can modify now and then. Instance profile contains the number of work process defined for that server. See here, you can see this is a parameter. Total number of dialog work process are 2. Total number of batch work process are 2. Update work process are 1. Update 1 is 1. Update 2 is 1. NQ is 1. Spool is 1. See, physical memory size, means your RAM, the RAM memory size for these work processors are 608. It will be extendable. By default is 608. 3 different profiles with 3 different parameters. So these profiles are not uploaded in the SAP application system. This is at OS level. The first, during the post-installation process, you will upload these profiles from OS to the SAP application server. But before we go to any further, I will install SAP GUI. Where do I find SAP GUI? I don't think so. We don't have SAP GUI file. Let me access this GUI from other system. So without GUI you can't access the SAP system. See, without GUI you can't access you can't enter in the SAP application system. So see, I have GUI in my local system. So I can create a new item, SAP new system. Application system is 192.168.100.5. Number is 00. PRD is my SID. Next, 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 finish. So SAP new system, log on. This is my new system, newly installed system. Because in my desktop I have GUI client so that I can access the SAP. So from this system, if I want to access the SAP, so I cannot access because I don't have GUI client. So to log into the SAP application system, you must have the GUI client. Yeah, it will get along with the software. The GUI client that you deployed, that you install in your laptop or system is a GUI client. So I can start from here. So DDIC, I gave the password as influx. This is my first attempt to, I gave influx. Yes. I gave influx as a password just now to complete while completing the installation. So we have to log into 000 client to perform the post installation activities. I guess I can. Hey, can you mute your your microphone or your Skype, please? I'm getting some disturbance. Yes, thank you. This is the installation procedure, but you can see here. Yes. Logged into the new SAP system. The first step is check for OS, local OS users, user accounts, SID, ADM, and SAP service SID. So this is from here. Start, select my computer, right click, manage. So PRD ADM user has been created. The service account has been created. So by default, this user is a part of administrator account and the database group account and local SAP local admin. He's a local admin, and administrator account is not a local SAP local admin. He's a system admin. Administrator account is a system admin, and PRD ADM is a SAP local admin. And you can see groups from here. All these groups are created during the SAP installation. No, that will be created during the installation. Automatically it will be created. Yes, during central instance, it will create the user IDs. Yes, SAP PRD. Not SAP PRD, PRD ADM. SAP SID ADM. Means the SID is PRD here. ADM is the name. Means SAP local admin. And the second step is SAP initial consistency check. The T code is SIG and SM28. SIG is a command or the T code to check if the installation, during the installation, if you get any error messages, or just to check the health status of the SAP system. So no errors reported. SIG and SM28 is also same. SM28 T code. I'll forward you that document. Upload SAP profiles from OS to SAP application window using RG10 T code. Here, if you see profile, if you click on here, so by default what profiles exist in the SAP system, you can see that. Hey, so these are not my default profile will exist. What about these profiles? You can see these are the different names. These are not my instance profile and start profile. These are the default profiles created. So what I'll do is I'll upload the profiles from OS to the SAP. Utilities, go to utilities, import profiles of active servers. See, all the profiles has been uploaded. You can see the profile default.pfl, PRD and underscore server. You can see start instance name underscore server. So now, if you click on this, you'll find this is a new one, this is another new one, and this is the default. So earlier, these two profiles are not uploaded, but now it is uploaded. So my active profile is this, then the next start active profile is this, and instance active profile is this, and the default profile is this. And you can delete these profiles. These are created during the installation. So you have to import the profiles from OS to the SAP. So go to extended maintenance and check for, select the profile, for example, instance profile. Select the instance profile. First time you are doing some changes. Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Yeah. I'm just checking the settings. Can you hear me now? Better? Okay. Okay. I selected instance profiles, and then I selected extended maintenance, and I'm clicking on display. I just want to check the instance profile parameters. So these are the parameters, the default parameters you can see. Give me one moment. Hello? Sorry. Hey, can you check this? These are the parameters. these parameters are uploaded from the instance profile. The same parameters you can see in the here in the instance profile. Uh, mhm. So, I'm not sure the problem. Shall I disconnect and connect it again? Hi Ravi, can you hear me now? Okay. Not able to call Hudson and Elizabeth. It's giving me call failed. No, I did that. Oh, yes. Can I log off and log in again? Okay. Okay, I'll do that again. Okay, can you, what about now? My voice, is that clear? Okay. So I mean to say these, see, I selected instance profile and then extended maintenance. I click display. So it will display the instance profile parameters. So these profiles, it will get some, the instance profile. This is my instance profile. You can see, these are all parameters are uploaded to the SAP. Suppose if I want to upload, yeah. So changes to this profile and these things I'll be discussing later. I mean how to make changes to the profile. With parameter settings and CCMS. There is a concept called CCMS. During that time, how to make changes to the profile and how to add the parameters and all those things. I'll explain you in detail about that. So today, I want to go through about this concept post installation activities. I want to say all these parameters are uploaded to SAP here. So you can directly make changes to these parameters. So if you make any changes to this parameter, it will affect in the OS. So let me check for default profile. So these are parameters for default profile. Let me check for start profile. So these are the parameters for start profile. So these are three different parameters, profiles. You can make changes to these profiles from SAP application window or from the OS, the operating system. Now, I mean, this is one of the step in post installation activity. You have to upload the SAP profiles. Next one is SE06. To complete the post installation actions, click on perform post installation actions. See here, processing after installation completed, configure TMS. So there are many concepts which are depend on the landscape. Landscape means the system, in the system you have to enable the transport features. Using these transport features, you will set up the landscape in the SAP. So initially, just you need not to configure anything. Just enable the transport feature. STMS is a key code to enable the transport feature. So we call it as TMS. Enable TMS, Transport Management System. STMS T code. The transaction code is STMS here. T code, save. Just I clicked on save. Yes. So yeah, system is PRD, description system PRD, transport domain, name is domain underscore PRD, description transport domain PRD. Right, I'm enabling this transport domain. I'm not configuring anything. I want to enable the transport domain. Okay. No, you will get a save button when you enter in the STMS transaction code. You want me to show it again? Elizabeth, you still find the slowness or latency some kind of? Okay. I guess so because it is not the same with Bob and Ravi. So I'm deleting this transport here. STMS, the transaction code here. This is my save button. Can you can you see that? Click on that. So it will means domain controller features will be enabled on this system. But I'm not configuring any domain controller configuration because I just want to enable here STMS to activate the transport domain and use T code SE06 to perform the post installation. So after enabling the domain features, if you want to create any client for production or for your development or for customization or for testing, you can create from SCC4. SCC4. The code is SCC4. So you can see the existing clients and you can create a new client if required. So this is IDES SAP system. So you can see 000, 066. These two are mandatory in all the SAP system, either IDES or non-IDES. But in IDES you will get 800 clients, 800, 810, 811, 812. And one more thing, in IDES it is not mandatory to have all these 4 clients. You may have 800 and 810. Or in some IDES system, you will have more than 4 clients. See, 800 clients is a customized client. It's a sample client given in the IDES system for finance. So I can train FICO students in the 800 clients. So if I don't have 800 clients, I can't train the FICO students. Similarly, if I want to train SD module students, so 810 will be helpful to me to train SD, sales and distribution. And if I want to train production planning, 811 is a client. Means there is the data already deployed in these clients. All the organization data will be deployed in these clients. It is a sample client. Similar to that, yeah, yes. So when you it, by default in the IDES, SAP IDES, International Demo Education Systems. This is demo systems which are meant for training. Yeah, it won't be there. Yeah, create and create and store the information. So that creating process and storing information process is development and customization of the SAP system. SCC4. Can you see the T code? SCC4. So in every SAP window, by default you will be in the display view. So you have to click this button, change display, to enter in the change view. So you can't make changes in the display view. You have to enter in the change view to make changes in the screen. See here, by default is my display view, and click on this button to enter in the change view. Yeah, I guess there is some problem with the internet connection today. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, yes. Yes. So it won't take 12 hours of time. It will take 6 to 8 hours. Yes. Yeah. So you can see my window. By default in SAP, if you enter in any screen for modifications, by default you will be in the display view. So you have to click on this icon to enter in the change view. So now I am in the change view. I can create a client. New entries, click on new entries, create 500. These settings are not unique. You can use any settings. I am creating a client, 500 client. Can you see that 500 client is created? Yeah. Similar to that, you can create a client. Hmm. See, I created a client and this client is empty now. So as I told you earlier, 000 client is called a template. So you should copy the objects, the client objects from 000 to 500. Or can we make like, what is that? Hello? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we can make it. We can make 500 as we can. Yeah. But the procedure, we have a concept called client administration. How we copy the data and how we copy the client profiles. So system profiles are different from client profiles. Client profile for user client profiles, application client profiles, like that we have some certain profiles in the client environment. So we should copy those profiles. That is a process. Yeah, that is a different procedure. We will discuss that in client administration. We have different methods to copy the data from one client to another client. Okay? And sale is to create logical systems and assign to the client. This is not mandatory sale. So this transaction will be used for, transport. If you want to transport a client data from one system to another system, then you have to define logical system. Sorry, SALE. Logical client system is will give a different name to the client. So it means instead of accessing the client with number, we will access the client with name. Hey guys, it is disconnecting. Disconnect అయిపోతున్నాను. पूरा डिस्कनेक्ट हो जा रहा है, फोर्थ टाइम ऑटोमेटिक डिस्कनेक्ट हो जा रहा है. Yeah, I don't know how it got disconnected. I guess there's a problem with the connection. Okay. But I don't have the telephone instrument here to dial. Because they provide a separate telephone to dial those training sessions. Here, the sixth point, sale transaction, SEALE, to create logical systems assigned to the client. Logical systems will be created for clients if you want to transport the client data to different SAP systems. Then only these logical systems will be created. So how to create this? This is my sale application window. Let me log in to sale again. SALE. So basic settings. You can see the logical systems. So from here we will define the logical systems. So during the CTS, Change Transport Management System, we transport the data from one client to another client between the SAP systems. So during that time, I'll be showing you practically, because creating logical system is very simple. You can directly create it, define logical system and assign logical system to the client. But what is the purpose that I'll be showing you? Means post-installation step, why it is included means the system should be prepared to transport the data from one client to another client. Isn't it? The next step is S license, to check the license of the SAP system. We have a T code called S license. You can see this is a demo version. So active hardware key, you will get a hardware key, and license expires on 28th of 11, this month 28th. Okay, because it's a demo system. And you can see the license key. This is our license key. It's a demo system license key. Hey, can you hear my voice, guys? Okay. This is our license key. So if you want to install the license, Click on install the license. License key has to be defined, and installation number you'll get during from the SAP people. And then you can use the system number and installation number, and then enter. And that license, if you want to upgrade your license, you should get a license from the SAP and you can upload it. You can install that license from here. S license is the key code to apply the licenses. And RZ04 is to define the work process mode. RZ04, I'll tell you the concept, but I'll be configuring these all the details in our basis concept. See, operation mode, it means if here you can see total number of dialog work processes are 2, background work processes are 2. So operation mode means from during morning hours I want dialog work process to be 10, and in the night hours I want dialog work process to be 2. Means there are two modes, day mode and night mode. In the day mode my dialog work process will be 10, and in the night mode my dialog work process will automatically change to 2. For to effectively use the SAP resources, we make those changes, and those changes are applied in the RZ04, and we will configure the modes here. The day mode, night mode. You can see here. Let me show you the SM63. Here you can see start time, end time. So 12 to 12. So these are the timings. You can set modes from morning 8 to evening 8 is one mode, and in the other timings you can set another mode. So this completes the 24 hours a day. So these are the operation modes. You can create the operation mode and you can push these operation modes to the SAP system, and you can define at what time the operation mode should be active and inactive. The T code is RZ04 to define the work process modes, and SU01 to create the users, SU25 to customize the tables. Creation of users, let me create users, SU01, the T code SU01. So it will ask, I'm creating a user account in the 000 client. Because I logged into 000, so I can create user account only in the 00 client. Here is my 00 client. So if I create any user account here, this user will be part of 000 client. So SAP user. So I would like to create my account, which I click on create. See, first time it will take some time to open the windows. Title, Mr. Last name. Suppose if I am giving Shelter, but these details you can give directly based upon the room number, floor, and other. See, fax number is defined to 000. I don't want to use any fax number. Log on data. So this is my address field. You can define your address information. Password is 0123 create. See, it has to execute many programs during the user creation. So this is my first time to execute all this to create the user. So next time if I am going to create the user, the details, it will be very fast because the application settings will be uploaded in the page file. My user contact information will upload in the role memory. So it won't take this much of time like later if I want to create any user account. It is still in progress. You can see it is in processing. So after installation, better we have to reboot the computer completely because uh, it was active. Since we installed SAP systems, it is recommended to reboot after installation, but we didn't do that. That's why it is taking such a long time to process any request. Hey, it shows disconnected. So let me log into any different system because I'll reboot that computer or that SAP server. Seems there's some internet issue or network issue. That's why it is getting delayed. Ravi, can you hear me? Not able to connect these SAP servers because of that. I guess that some network issue or some something went wrong. I mean, went down. I guess not able to connect the SAP server. Not take a long time. Hey, your voice is breaking, completely breaking your voice. Oh yeah. I guess my internet connection is down. Not able to start that. Hey Ravi, I guess there is an internet issue. I'm not sure. I'm not able to connect any of the servers. And your voice is too, I mean, it's breaking up. Yeah, I can't hear your voice. It's completely, splitting. I guess that's an issue from my side. My internet issue, I guess. My internet connection issue. Elizabeth, can you hear me fine? Yeah, it's like disconnecting. I'm trying to connect the WebEx and it is still not connected. It is getting stuck. Waiting. Your voice is breaking completely for me. Hey Ravi, I guess there is an issue going on the internet connection. Even other guys, I mean, I came to know no one is trying, I mean, the server is not reachable for all. Uh, I guess there is some issue is going on. I'm not sure. They're not able to reach that server.